6 secret signs someone is deeply attracted to you. Psychology tricks. The best way to know if someone is interested is not by listening to their words, but by paying attention to what they don't say and how they act. Unknown. Imagine for a moment that you knew with absolute certainty that someone you're interested in also likes you back. How would that change the way you approach them? It's likely you'd stop replaying conversations in your head, stop second guessing every text, and maybe even finally take that step and ask them out without hesitation. At the core of human nature, we all yearn for certainty, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. We crave the comfort of knowing if someone is truly attracted to us, so we can avoid the sting of rejection and, hopefully, build something meaningful with someone we deeply care about. However, here's the catch. Most of us are surprisingly bad at recognizing attraction when it's right in front of us. Often, we only realize that someone was interested after the moment has passed. This is where understanding human psychology, specifically how attraction manifests in subtle, often unnoticed ways, can make all the difference in your dating life. By learning to read between the lines of body language, tone, micro expressions, and behavioral cues, you unlock the hidden signals that people give off when they are secretly drawn to you. These signs are often invisible to the untrained eye, but with a little awareness, you can begin to spot them in your everyday interactions. Let's explore 6 of the most revealing psychological signs that someone may be silently attracted to you. These aren't the typical, obvious indicators. These are the deeper, subconscious signals that are much harder to hide, no matter how hard someone tries. 1. Pay attention to what they do. Pay close attention to the small details. The things that might seem insignificant at first glance are often the key indicators that someone is deeply drawn to you. Think back to a time when you were hanging out with your crush. Your palms probably felt a little clammy, your heart raced, and every word, every gesture seemed to carry so much weight. You were hyper-aware, analyzing your every move to make sure you didn't say or do anything that might ruin the moment. It's natural, right? When someone catches your eye, your brain goes into overdrive. You become acutely aware of your own body language, your tone, and your words. The stakes feel higher, and you start evaluating yourself, constantly checking if you're coming off the right way. But here's where it gets interesting. While you're busy scrutinizing yourself, you miss the fact that the other person is doing the exact same thing. They're equally nervous, equally conscious of their actions, but you may not notice it because we're hardwired to focus on our own behavior, not others. Most people don't pick up on the subtle signs that the person they're interested in is feeling the same tension, nervousness, or excitement. Here's the catch. You have to train yourself to recognize these signs. The more attuned you are to these subtle signals, the more you'll understand how someone is really feeling about you. Let me tell you something personal. I had a close friend I spent a lot of time with. We hung out almost every day, and we shared everything, laughs, secrets, and all the small details of life. But over time, something began to shift. I noticed that when she was around me, her energy started to change. She'd become a little quieter, a little softer. Her voice would lower, and she'd often play with her hair absent-mindedly, a sign that she was nervous, but trying to hide it. Her eyes, once locked onto mine with confidence, would flit away, only to dart back to me a second later. At the time, I thought it was just her usual behavior. But what I didn't realize was that she was trying to manage her emotions, her attraction to me. One day, I asked her if everything was all right. She smiled and shrugged, claiming everything was fine, that she simply enjoyed my company. I believed her, of course, but I missed the signs. It wasn't until months later, after I moved overseas, that she confessed she had a massive crush on me the entire time. She had been too nervous to say anything, and I had been too blind to notice. The worst part? I liked her too. But neither of us recognized the signs, and as a result, we let something precious slip through our fingers. That experience left a mark on me. It taught me the importance of noticing the little things, the body language, the tone shifts, the changes in speech patterns. These are the things that reveal whether someone is interested in you. If you want to know whether someone is attracted to you, pay attention to the small details. Do they seem shy or awkward around you? Are they suddenly more careful with their words, choosing them with extra caution? Do they fidget, play with their hair, touch their neck, or bite their lip. These are all subtle but powerful signs of attraction. If they seem nervous, but in a sweet, almost excited way, it's not an accident. It's a psychological signal that they're drawn to you, whether they realize it or not. This is where the concept of the high value man comes in. A high value man knows how to notice these signals. He doesn't overanalyze them, but he picks up on the quiet cues others might miss. When you're conscious of these signs, you understand the dance of attraction. It's not just about looking for someone to attract women with your looks or charm. It's about understanding the emotional energy between two people and what's happening beneath the surface. Your masculine energy, the aura you project, will influence how others react to you. And when you learn how to read the subtle signs of attraction, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and others. You become more aware, more confident, and ultimately more attractive to those around you. In a world where everyone is constantly on guard and overly self-conscious, it's the high-value man who stands out. He doesn't just attract women because of his external qualities. He attracts them with his ability to perceive, to read between the lines. So, if you want to improve your dating life, start by paying attention to those little shifts in body language. They may be small, but they speak volumes about how someone feels about you. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. You must train yourself to notice these signals. Be aware, and you'll start seeing the world of attraction unfold before you. It's all about understanding the psychological tricks that guide human interaction. Being a high-value man who knows how to attract women isn't about grand gestures. It's about noticing the details and letting them guide your actions. You must be tuned into the subtle changes in behavior and know what they mean. Recognize the signs, and you'll see the results in your relationships and dating life. 2. They get nervous around you. Let me ask you something that cuts straight to the heart. When do you realize you're truly falling for someone? It's not always those heart-thumping, butterfly-inducing moments. It's not the intense sparks or the passionate exchanges. It's not even imagining a future together. No, it's when you start feeling nervous around them. That's when you know something deeper is happening. You see, nervousness is one of the brain's most honest signals. It's telling you that someone matters, and it's one of the clearest signs that you're dealing with something important. Think about it. That sudden drop in your stomach, that rush of adrenaline when they walk into the room, or the awkwardness of not knowing where to put your hands. Your brain is speaking loud and clear. This person is significant. Don't screw this up. It's uncomfortable, yes, but don't ignore that feeling. Nervousness is real. It's the emotion that signals your heart is invested. And it's the same for the person you're attracted to. When they get nervous around you, they're not playing games. They're letting you see their vulnerability, their human side. It's that moment when their calm, collected persona cracks just a little, revealing how much they care. The truth is, human beings are complex creatures. We walk around trying to appear confident, as if nothing rattles us. But when we meet someone who really matters, someone who causes that flutter in the chest, everything changes. Suddenly, we trip over our words. Our thoughts go haywire. We overthink every move, replaying conversations in our heads, hoping we didn't say the wrong thing. Falling for someone, whether you're a man or woman, temporarily disables your ability to function normally. And it's totally normal. Let's dive into why this happens. As we grow, our minds develop the strong understanding of emotional risks, danger, pain, loss, heartbreak. We become experts at guarding ourselves from being hurt. But when someone steps into our lives, someone who suddenly holds the power to hurt us emotionally, our defenses crumble. That is why nervousness is so powerful. It's your mind calculating the risk of losing someone you've just met, even before they've become yours. That's when you know the attraction is real. You have to understand something vital here. As humans, we are often egocentric. Our own goals, our comfort, and our desires are at the forefront of our minds. That is, until love or deep attraction enters the equation. When we fall for someone, whether consciously or not, our emotional world shifts. Suddenly, their feelings matter just as much as our own. Their happiness matters, their reactions matter, and yes, the fear of losing them before they're even ours becomes so real that it shakes us to the core. That's why nervousness isn't something you should dismiss. It's a sign that this person is thinking beyond themselves and thinking about you. So, when you notice someone getting nervous around you, don't brush it off. Pay attention. Do they fidget with their clothes or touch their neck? Do they avoid direct eye contact only to sneak glances when they think you're not looking? Do they speak quickly or stumble over their words? Are they excited but also a little scared at the same time? Does their body language soften when they're near you, like they're trying not to fall too fast but just can't help it? These are not coincidences. If any of this sounds familiar, here's the truth. You don't make them nervous because they dislike you. Quite the opposite. You make them nervous because they care. They might not even be fully aware of it, but their brain is doing everything it can to protect their heart from you. That nervous energy? It's one of the most primal, raw signs of attraction. And trust me, it's extremely difficult to hide. Now, if you're wondering how this ties into psychology tricks, let me tell you this. Understanding female psychology, or the psychology behind attraction, can help you interpret these subtle signs more accurately. Nervousness isn't just a random quirk, it's a deep psychological response. It's the brain's way of telling us, pay attention, this person matters. And when you understand how to read these cues, you tap into something powerful. This isn't about guessing whether someone likes you. It's about recognizing their emotional state in real time and understanding how to fall in love with them, or at least, how to spark the attraction that's already there. You see, learning how to read these signs isn't just about romantic validation. It's a powerful psychology trick that works whether you're out on a date or trying to connect with someone on a deeper level. If you're a man who wants to attract women, this awareness is your secret weapon. It's not about being pushy or overthinking your every word. It's about knowing how to spot the signs of attraction when they appear and letting them guide your actions. It's about understanding that nervousness is a sign of investment, not insecurity. That shift in energy, those fluttering moments, is when you know things are getting real. So, next time someone gets nervous around you, don't dismiss it. Don't brush it off as nothing. Understand that it's the mind's way of saying, this person is important. And that, my friend, is one of the clearest signs of attraction you'll ever see. Take note and use it to your advantage. Understand the psychology tricks that reveal true feelings, and you'll know exactly where you stand. After all, recognizing nervousness is only the first step. Understanding it is the key to connecting on a deeper level. If you've ever noticed someone getting nervous around you, it's a clear sign they care more than you think. So, drop a comment right now. Their nerves mean I matter. Like this video, subscribe for more powerful insights, and remember, when someone gets nervous around you, it's because they're already feeling the weight of attraction. 3. Acting the exact opposite of how they feel. There are moments in life when you encounter someone whose actions leave you puzzled, someone who appears distant, even rude, when, in reality, they may be harboring deep attraction for you. It's a phenomenon that often causes confusion, especially when the signs of attraction aren't what we expect: gentle smiles, warm gestures, or shy glances. Instead, you might feel the brunt of coldness, irritation, or even hostility. And this is where the true understanding of human psychology, rooted in Old Stoic wisdom, gives you an edge. Stoicism, the philosophy of mastering one's emotions, teaches us that we should not only control our feelings, but also see beyond immediate reactions and superficial appearances. The iron mind, the steadfastness of a person who is calm and in control, does not falter in the face of confusion. The Stoics knew that the first step to understanding human behavior is not reacting impulsively, but observing, thinking, and responding with clarity. So, here's the truth. Attraction doesn't always show up as warmth or kindness. Sometimes it manifests in ways that seem the exact opposite. It can hide behind rudeness, coldness, or emotional tension so strong that it feels almost hostile. At first glance, it doesn't make sense. If someone is attracted to me, why would they treat me like this? Why would they act aloof, sarcastic, or downright unpleasant? The answer lies in understanding that the emotions a person feels are often too complex to express in the ways we might expect. The truth is that the signals of attraction can often be disguised in emotional confusion and fear. What appears to be rudeness is often a mask for deeper, more powerful emotions. It's not that they don't like you, it's that they're struggling to process their feelings. There are two primary reasons why someone might act this way when they're attracted to you. The first is a lack of emotional literacy. Many people, especially those who are raised in environments where love and affection were not openly shown, don't know how to process or express romantic feelings in a healthy way. If they've never been taught how to embrace vulnerability or express affection in a positive manner, they will likely develop a hard shell to protect themselves. They may try to cover up their feelings with rudeness, acting tough, or emotionally detached. This is not because they're unkind or indifferent, but because they don't understand how to express something so raw, so powerful. It's a defense mechanism, one that shields a fragile heart. This behavior stems from deep insecurity, emotional immaturity, and a lack of self-awareness. Instead of opening up to you and showing affection, they turn to emotional walls. In essence, rudeness becomes their armor. They are emotionally unavailable because they fear vulnerability. But the Stoics would tell you the greatest victory is over oneself. You must recognize this as emotional immaturity and choose not to react harshly. Instead, you should approach them with empathy, understanding that their rudeness is just a thin veil for deeper feelings. The second reason someone might act rude, even when they are attracted to you, is because they are overwhelmed by their emotions and don't know how to express them. This emotional conflict causes them to lash out in ways that seem illogical. When someone is deeply drawn to you, it can create a battle within them. They want to get closer to you, but they fear the vulnerability that comes with opening up. This fear manifests in small, sharp actions, short responses, sarcasm, cold stares, or even sudden mood swings. They may act distant when you walk into the room, or they might seem angry for no apparent reason. But in reality, it's the fear of exposure that drives these reactions. They're battling their desire to connect with you while simultaneously resisting the vulnerability that connection requires. The Stoics believed that nothing in the world can disturb the calm of a wise person. When faced with such emotional turbulence, it is important not to misinterpret the behavior. Instead of taking it personally or reacting with frustration, recognize it for what it truly is: emotional clumsiness. Fear disguised as indifference. It's a moment of internal conflict that they don't know how to manage. In modern life, these kinds of emotional battles are more common than ever. People often don't have the emotional tools to deal with their feelings in a healthy, constructive way. In a world that increasingly values surface-level interactions over deep emotional connections, vulnerability is often seen as a weakness. But the Stoic warrior knows better. The true test of strength is not how you react to the surface emotions of others, but how you choose to respond with clarity and wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." You must remind yourself of this truth every time you encounter confusing behavior from someone who may be attracted to you. Your reaction should not be one of anger or frustration. Instead, take a step back, breathe, and recognize that attraction often wears a mask. What seems like rudeness may simply be a reflection of fear, insecurity, or emotional immaturity. Remember, the Stoics believed in the iron mind, one that remains unmoved by the chaotic fluctuations of human emotions. You must adopt this mindset when dealing with attraction, especially when it doesn't show up the way you expect. Don't let coldness or irritation confuse you. Take control of your emotional reactions and look beyond the surface. You must become the master of your thoughts, the master of your perceptions. Understand that people who struggle with vulnerability may not show their affection in conventional ways. And when you do this, you are not only protecting your own peace of mind, but you are also learning to interpret others' behavior with greater accuracy and compassion. The Stoics knew that we all face emotional battles within ourselves. But they also understood that true strength comes from knowing how to manage those emotions, how to rise above them, and how to remain calm, composed, and wise. In the game of life, where emotional intelligence and resilience are key, these moments of attraction, whether hidden behind rudeness or fear, are opportunities for growth. Don't be fooled by the surface. Don't react impulsively or emotionally. Instead, take a deep breath, step back, and look with wisdom and understanding. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You must rise above the immediate confusion and see the truth for what it is. Attraction can be a complex web of emotions, but with the right mindset, you can navigate it with grace and confidence. You are the master of your thoughts, the master of your reactions, and in doing so, you will emerge victorious in the game of human connection. The key is understanding that behind every harsh word or cold gesture, there might be a heart that is simply too afraid to reveal its true feelings. 4. Overly nice or sweet behavior. Let's dive into a sign of attraction that often gets misunderstood: overly nice or sweet behavior. It's something that can leave you scratching your head, just like rudeness does. You see, kindness is often a mask. It's easy to fake, and sometimes people use it to hide their true feelings. But when someone is deeply attracted to you, their kindness isn't just friendly, it's different, it's intense. Trust me, it's not the kind gesture that matters so much as the sheer volume of it. You know, it's not just politeness when they shower you with compliments at the slightest chance, laugh a little too hard at your jokes, or go out of their way to help you even before you ask. They're not just being nice for the sake of it, they're signaling, I want to be close to you. I want you to notice me. I want to earn a spot in your world. This isn't typical kindness, it's attraction disguised in the sweetest camouflage. Ask any attractive woman, and she'll tell you how often people are nice to her. But the trick is to look at the intensity behind the kindness. A truly high value man knows that real attraction is often subtle. When someone acts overly nice, it's a signal they want to be seen, valued, and included. This isn't about them simply being a good person, it's about showing you they belong in your world without scaring you off. Beneath the surface of their sweetness lies a deeper psychological push to form a connection. For a high value man who knows how to attract women, this behavior isn't just an accident, it's part of his magnetic presence. He understands how to make women feel noticed, valued, and special, all while maintaining his masculine energy. Let's talk about the two kinds of reactions you stir up in others. It's simple. They either like you or they can't stand you. And both reactions? They come from attraction. Think about it. People who are drawn to you can't help but feel that pull. They're magnetized by your presence, whether they're aware of it or not. The ones who dislike you? They feel threatened by your energy, your confidence, your masculinity. They can't stand how effortlessly you command attention. Either way, you're not an emotionally neutral figure. Your presence stirs something inside them, and that something is a reaction, whether it's admiration or resentment. When someone is overly kind, overly helpful, overly nice, understand this. It's not a random act. Your very existence has stirred something inside them. And the intensity of their response? That's your clue. Your magnetic masculine energy is hard to ignore. Now, let's dig into why self-confident people are so nice to you. Confident people, those who know their worth, who carry themselves as high-value men, are often polite, friendly, and warm, but only to people they see as equals. Why? Because they don't feel threatened by attraction. Confident people aren't intimidated by someone they find attractive. Instead, they appreciate the qualities they see in others that they recognize in themselves. If someone you admire, someone you respect, treats you with genuine kindness, it means they see something in you they value. It means they see a reflection of their own strength and appeal in you, and that's their form of attraction. When a high-value man shows respect, warmth, or attentiveness, it's because he recognizes something in you that mirrors his own powerful masculinity. That's the key to real attraction. It's rooted in mutual admiration and respect. But let's not forget the darker side of attraction. Not everyone who shows kindness has good intentions. Some people are overly sweet because they want you. Others? They act bitter or cold because they can't have you. Here's the thing. There will always be people who, for reasons they can't explain, react negatively to your presence. But this isn't about you, it's about them. Their envy, their insecurity, their lack of self-esteem. If someone reacts with hostility, it's not a reflection of your value, but of their own internal struggles. They may lash out because they don't feel good enough. They may try to push you away because they feel threatened by your high value energy. It's not about you, it's about their own personal demons. Never take that negativity personally. It has everything to do with their broken self esteem and nothing to do with your worth. To wrap it up, remember this: some people are overly sweet because they're deeply attracted to you, while others may be bitter because they can't get close to you. Either way, you've made an impression. Your masculine energy has triggered a reaction, whether it's love or jealousy. And that's the heart of attraction. You stir something in them that they can't ignore. So always remember, your value isn't determined by how others treat you. Whether they admire you or despise you, it's all a reflection of your high value presence. Keep shining that masculine energy. Keep attracting those who see you as someone worthy of their time and affection. Because, in the end, attraction is all about the energy you bring to the table. If you found these insights valuable, comment below, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on attraction and personal growth. Comment to remember, kindness is the camouflage of attraction. 5. Their body language speaks volumes. When someone is deeply attracted to you, they won't always shout it from the rooftops. Instead, they'll communicate it through their body language, a language that's far more powerful than words. It's subtle yet clear. Don't overlook the small signs, like when someone leans in closer during a conversation, maintains eye contact a little longer than usual, or flashes a smile every time your eyes meet. These aren't mere coincidences, they're intentional signals, telling you exactly how they feel. You must learn to read these signs because body language is one of the most telling psychology tricks out there. When a person is drawn to you, their body becomes an open book, displaying all their hidden emotions. These gestures might seem innocent at first, but they are anything but. Take, for example, when someone moves closer to you during a conversation. Leaning in doesn't happen accidentally. It's a physical expression of interest, signaling that they want to be near you, not just in proximity, but emotionally. If someone's body is facing you squarely, with their feet pointing toward you, it shows they're engaged and present. This is a sign that they're not just listening to your words, they're invested in you and the connection that's unfolding between the two of you. Then there's eye contact. Don't underestimate the power of a gaze. If someone holds eye contact longer than usual, it's a clear sign of attraction. But here's the thing, it's not just about looking into your eyes, it's about what that look communicates. Prolonged eye contact can evoke vulnerability, trust, and emotional intimacy. It's a silent message that says, I want to connect with you on a deeper level. In female psychology, this kind of gaze is often a subconscious signal that shows they feel safe and comfortable with you. They're letting you into their world without saying a word. And let's not forget about the smile, that simple yet profound gesture. A subtle smile, especially one that appears when they catch your gaze, is a massive red flag. Why? Because it's often an unconscious reaction to the joy someone feels when they see you. That little curve of their lips? It's not just politeness, it's attraction trying to sneak its way to the surface. When someone smiles at you, it's their body's way of saying, I like what I see. For a high-value man, understanding this silent form of communication is key. You must recognize the significance of body language and use it to your advantage, because sometimes actions speak louder than words. Physical attraction goes beyond just smiles and glances. It's the way people position themselves around you. They might unconsciously adjust their posture when you're around, stand a little taller, or even mirror your movements. These subconscious acts are powerful indicators that someone is invested in you. Mirroring is especially important in female psychology. When someone mirrors your movements or adopts similar body language to yours, it's a sign that they feel a deep connection with you. They're trying to create harmony, to align themselves with you both physically and emotionally. This isn't just casual mimicry. It's a psychological trick to foster a bond that goes beyond words. A high-value man knows how to leverage body language to his advantage. He doesn't need to say everything aloud because his body speaks for him. The way he stands, moves, and interacts with others can draw people in without a single word being spoken. He understands that physical attraction is often the most immediate form of connection. The more aware you are of these signs, the easier it becomes to read the room and understand who is genuinely attracted to you. But remember, body language can be tricky. Don't be fooled by someone's actions if their words don't align. Attraction is a mix of both conscious and unconscious signals, so pay attention to the little things. Does someone maintain their distance, but then make small gestures that indicate interest? That's a classic example of the silent push and pull that attraction often carries. This behavior is common in people who are drawn to you, but are still holding back due to fear of vulnerability. It's not always clear, but if you look closely, you'll see the patterns. The bottom line? You must understand the psychology tricks behind these body language cues. Physical attraction speaks volumes, but it requires a trained eye to decode. If you want to learn how to fall in love with someone, or better yet, get someone to fall in love with you, pay attention to these hidden signals. They'll tell you everything you need to know without a single word being uttered. And once you understand the power of body language, you'll be better equipped to navigate your relationships with clarity and confidence. In the world of attraction, words may be powerful, but body language is the silent force that makes the biggest impact. So, be aware. Tune into these signs, and you'll unlock a deeper understanding of human behavior. You'll learn to recognize not only when someone is attracted to you, but also how to respond to these signals in a way that amplifies your own presence. 6. They mirror your actions and words. In the complex dance of human attraction, one of the clearest and most powerful signs that someone is deeply drawn to you is when they begin to mirror your actions and words. This is no coincidence. When someone is genuinely attracted to you, they will unconsciously start mimicking your gestures, your posture, your speech patterns, and even your subtle habits. At first, it may seem like an innocent coincidence, but if you pay attention, you'll see that the mirroring is intentional and speaks volumes about their feelings. When someone mirrors your actions, they're not just copying you, they're trying to align themselves with your energy, your world, and your way of being. This is a primal and instinctive way of showing affection, as they feel a subconscious urge to connect with you on a deeper, more meaningful level. It's the embodiment of the Old Stoic wisdom that teaches us we are all connected. We find harmony through our interactions. For men with high value and strong masculine energy, this mirroring behavior takes on even greater significance. It's not a sign of insecurity or imitation. It's a sign of a profound desire to build a deeper bond. A high-value man knows that true connection isn't about being flashy or superficial. It's about resonance. He wants you to feel like he fits seamlessly into your world, that there's a shared rhythm between you. So, when he mirrors you, it's a deliberate attempt to show that he is on the same wavelength, that he understands you, that he can match your energy. And he doesn't just do this out of instinct, he does it consciously. This act of mirroring is part of a strategic approach to building connection. It's an iron mind approach to attracting and maintaining meaningful bonds. The concept of mirroring is closely tied to the principles of Stoicism, which teaches self-control, awareness, and inner strength. A man with an iron mind doesn't need to force connection or attraction. He knows that it's not about impressing others, it's about being authentic and strong in his own energy. By mirroring another's gestures, speech, and movements, he shows that he is confident in who he is and that he is comfortable enough to share his energy with you, to create a sense of unity. Stoicism win comes when we understand that attraction is a subtle force, something that happens naturally when two people align energetically. It's about being able to stay grounded and calm, recognizing these signs as they happen, and allowing the connection to flow without force. The man who understands this doesn't just make things happen through willpower. He understands that attraction is a natural and organic process. And when someone mirrors your actions, it's a powerful signal that they are deeply engaged in this process. For men who truly know how to attract women, they don't rely on superficial tactics. They don't simply mimic as a way to appear interested. They understand that attraction is a psychological and emotional game. They mirror in subtle ways to create a feeling of unique connection. They know that by adjusting themselves to your behavior, they're deepening the bond. They don't just want to impress you. They want you to feel like they're the one who understands you, who fits into your life like a missing puzzle piece. This mirroring behavior speaks to a high level of emotional intelligence. It's a sign that they are in tune with you, that they notice the little things, and that they are truly engaged in the interaction. That is why it's so powerful. It's a reflection of deep interest, the desire to connect, and a willingness to be vulnerable and open. A man who knows how to attract and build lasting connections doesn't let these signs go unnoticed. He sees the importance of creating this energy exchange. When you see someone mirroring your words, actions, or even your energy, don't take it lightly. This isn't just about someone trying to be like you. This is a subtle but powerful way of showing that they are invested in you, that they are seeking a deeper level of connection. It's their subconscious way of saying, I want to be on the same page as you. I want to create harmony. Recognize this behavior as a reflection of someone's genuine feelings for you. It's a sign that you have something worth cultivating, something worth nurturing. Don't ignore it. Take it as a sign of attraction and use this knowledge to strengthen your relationships. As you build your own inner strength and develop your own iron mind, you will begin to recognize these signs more easily. You will know how to create the energy that attracts others, how to mirror with purpose, and how to build deep, lasting connections. The Old Stoic wisdom teaches us that true strength lies in understanding human nature, and by mastering this, you will understand the power of mirroring and attraction. Don't just observe, take action, and watch as your relationships grow in depth and meaning. Hey friends, thanks for watching till the end. Here's my honest advice to you. When you notice these signs, don't rush to judge or label the behavior as weird or meaningless. Human attraction isn't always confident or smooth. Most of the time, it's awkward, subtle, and a little messy. People don't always know how to express what they feel, especially when the feelings are real. So the next time someone stumbles over their words, can't stop playing with their hair, acts strangely cold, or suddenly becomes overly sweet and generous, don't dismiss it. Don't ignore it. Don't assume it's random. Somewhere beneath all that behavior is a heart beating faster because of you, a mind wondering about you, hands trembling because of you, thoughts circling back to you, feelings they don't yet know how to confess. The signs are always there if you know how to read them. Pay attention, stay emotionally aware, and respond with kindness and clarity. Sometimes understanding is the most powerful psychology trick of all.